Hello rat bags, it's Jade. Welcome back to another Ark Survival update video. There is an update today for Xbox, but not PS4. There has been a lot of confusion, confused by Wildcard's communications team. One of them said there was going to be an update yesterday and has been saying it. Said the main man, he's been saying there would be an update on Wednesday for consoles, and then their live ops manager started mixing it up a little bit and thought there might not be an update this week. So I'm going to clear it all up for you and tell you exactly what is in the update that you're receiving on Xbox right now, or would have received, 20 GB by the way, and what is possibly coming on PS4 hopefully by Friday. Also, what's going to be happening next week, there's going to be another big patch for PC, and we're not going to see that on console until at least next week, maybe longer. So let's go through it all. Don't forget to like if you want to keep up to date with ARK. This is what I do. I let you guys know everything that's going on with it. Updates, new content, guides, tutorials, as well as a bunch of other survival games. So let's crack on. So where's this confusion come from? Well, said the community manager thought there might be an update today for Xbox and PlayStation. Obviously, it's gone live on Xbox, 19 GB or whatever it was. And then PlayStation, as I said, won't be there till Friday. Now, this update is going to help with single player and it should hopefully help with non-dedicated as well as a bunch of other stuff. Maybe even the dedicated servers as well, and you'll know what I'm talking about if you know them issues because you're the guys that plan on them. Official servers have been okay on consoles, more or less. They've been kept up to date a little bit, they've been able to update them, but it's just having a big update for people to play single player offline that they've had problems with. Xbox has received a couple of updates in the past, but they had them just after launch Genesis and it made the game stable and it added a bunch of other stuff to it that PC got, whereas PlayStation haven't had an update for weeks, just absolute weeks and weeks. Anywho, the live ops manager Dolly, who's pretty consistent at giving lots of info when she can and does it pretty quickly and answers a lot of questions, she got a little bit mixed up, or she tweeted about the PC update and we all maybe thought that was going to be included in this console update, but obviously not. It takes about 3 or 4 days to get a PC update ready to go through certification and come to the console normally. Sometimes it can be done in 1 day if it's like a little mini hotfix. Other times it can take 4 days. It may even take longer sometimes. So there we go. That's what the confusion was. Let's go through everything else you need to know. So we've got servers version and we've got current version. The current version is your single player. It's your non-dedicated world. It's your dedicated servers if they're working now. I'm not saying they definitely are, but that's part of it. This is pretty much what's gone live on Xbox right now. Fixed several performance related crashes. Magma Saw now require metal ingots to shoot projectiles. Magma Saw projectile speed and gravity adjusted for proper turret targeting in low FPS. Fix issues that prevented Primitive Plus from being played. Yay! This hopefully does mean that Primitive Plus will now be working correctly. Fix the rare occurrence that would crash the game when pressing the map button. Fix the bug that caused defense units to render invisible on Genesis. Whoop whoop. Fix the bug that caused dinos to render invisible in the sunken forest on Extinction. Man, I hadn't heard about that one. Shows how little people have actually gone and played the forest on Extinction. Included in that is all of these fixes that have finally gone live. These were working on official servers, but they weren't working for anyone else just playing the game on single player. Fixed several performance-like crashes, exploit with the Ferox. PvE caves on Genesis are now marked non-buildable. The ice cave on Genesis is now marked non-buildable on PvP. Fixed incorrect damage for building in Arctic and ocean biomes. So I think it was taking like 6 times damage, like it was basically a cave. Fixed unintended damage multipliers in Genesis overall. But do note that it says here they nerfed the quality of the loot drops. Basically when Genesis launched, they had the loot drops too OP, people getting all sorts of stuff, and they reduced it by 40%. It looks like that was a mistake as well, because I've heard they're going to be putting it back up to 40% and giving better loot tables at least, or hopefully better items. The loot for the missions is diabolically bad. Not even just the loot crates, but the missions themselves. You get saddles for creatures that you can't use on Genesis. Not to mention a bunch of just low-end rubbish items that just people don't really want to get. What we need is the engrams that you can't unlock. Things like from Scorched Earth, from Extinction, from Aberration. That's the kind of rewards that should be in the missions. Anyway, that is pretty much it. It's not exactly the biggest one. I was hoping it would be much bigger. But obviously it's important if the game is crashing a lot. That's what most people are going to care about. And I have to say, I haven't seen too many people complaining about it crashing too many times. Definitely not compared to previous releases. But there you go, that's what's just gone live on Xbox. What isn't in the update is the mind wipe issue. Lots of people saying they can't use mind wipe, just telling them they can't use one for like 27 days. Looks like that's not going to be coming until next week. There's no mention of dedicated servers being fixed in this update. So let me know in the comment section, guys, can you play your dedicated servers where you have a second Xbox as your server? Also, let me know if Primitive Plus servers are now back up and running, or at least you're able to play it in single player. There is so many other issues and bugs and problems I could go through, but I don't think it's really worth it. I've covered it multiple times in videos in the last week or so, going through all the patch notes and talking about some of the issues you guys have had. So once you've downloaded this on Xbox, let me know if one of the big issues you've had is still there, and I'll make sure I collate it all if I do another video, hopefully before the big update next week. It does look like the loot tables aren't going to be adjusted until that big patch next week as well. So here it is from Said himself. The big patch I referred to yesterday for PC will likely go out tomorrow. Turns out it needs some more time in the oven. There's an Xbox patch that just went out, and it gets to up-to-date speed with PC. PS4 patch will likely be Friday. Hopefully that's true. It'd be really crap if PlayStation doesn't get an update this week. That would mean it will be 3 weeks since launch. If we end up not getting it till Monday or Tuesday, that's 3 whole weeks without a single update to fix all the issues. The big patch that will likely hit PC tomorrow will be deployed to consoles late next week. I hope this clears up some confusion and lets you know what we currently have cooking. Said is going to update us with an edited patch notes to expect what's happening next week, but he didn't want to do it all because apparently there's some exploits in there they don't want people to know about. Some of the biggest ones though are things like Reapers. I mentioned it in my live stream today where I covered a bit of the update situation before I started my build. That Reapers are basically, you're able to transfer them. You're able to get pregnant, buy a Reaper, and then go and play on Genesis map, transfer your character, and you can have baby Reapers running around. It's poor form. I'm not going to rag as much, but I just really feel like they need to get better with this stuff. 2 weeks after launch, you should have lots of stuff in them updates, fixes, not just really, which is pretty small. I mean, I know they're important. I know they're important for people to play the game, but there's definitely a lot more stuff that needs to be added. And it does look like that people are maybe giving Genesis a little bit more benefit of the doubt now with some positive reviews. Overall, ARK is actually gaining some really good reviews recently in the last 30 days. It's at 84% positive, very positive in fact, so that's pretty good numbers. And you can see it's mostly positive, which is 75%, and that is a good increase. I do remember last year looking at this and seeing it was as low as like only 63% of the people thought it was good. So whether or not you think Genesis is great, whether or not you agree with me they should do better with updates and stuff like that, there's definitely a big contingent of PC players that are happy with the game. Now if they could only just focus a little bit more on console, we could all be a lot happier and support ARK even more. They need a special company to come and help do the ports once more. They haven't had one since Aberration and they need that back again. So that's it, that's the update today. I will be letting you guys know on Friday what the PS4 patch has. I'll probably do it the same way I did it this morning. I'll do a live stream doing something else and I'll just give you a brief rundown of when the update's gone live, as I'm sure it's pretty much going to have the same issues, but it will have a lot more stuff like all of this. I'm pretty sure PS4 doesn't have that same sort of stuff going on in it. As you can see, the actual update notes for PS4 are definitely a lot slimmer in terms of content. So hold on, PlayStation players, you are going to get an update and hopefully it's going to be this Friday. If not, I will get the pitchfork sharp. You guys bring the fire. And before I go, enjoy this little clip of me absolutely demolishing or ruining my build I did on live stream this morning. I thought it was pretty funny. You guys check it out. Make sure you stay tuned when I do my live streams, events, missions, and from now on, build into. Come and join me when I live stream. I'll always try and keep you guys up to date a little bit earlier in Discord when I'm about to go live. Elevated building for noobs. Yeah, this is it. So why ain't it working? Let's pick all this shit up. Ooh. That wasn't even the right area at all. Oh no! 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 It's gone! Oh no! bastard thing! It's gone! Now it's just a shit square.